This is the second video in the Basic HVAC series, written and presented by me, Jean Hvac. Here's the legal stuff. Now, heat and temperature are two different but associated things. What temperature is, put simply, is the speed at which molecules move. When we're measuring temperature, we're actually measuring speed. And not only speed, we're measuring average speed. Because all the molecules are moving at different speeds. They're all at different temperatures. If you had a glass of water in front of you, if that glass of water is sitting there at, say, 20 degrees Celsius, within that glass of water, there are molecules which are virtually stationary. Their temperature is virtually zero. There are also molecules in there which are travelling at incredibly high speed. Their temperature is effectively in the thousands of degrees. But when we take the average of the temperature of that glass of water, the average is 20 degrees Celsius. When you think of it like that, the molecules that are travelling really, really fast, if they just happen to be near the surface, they'll break through that surface because they're travelling so fast, and they effectively evaporate. Which is why evaporation occurs at every temperature, because at every temperature there will be fast-moving molecules. As the temperature goes down, then less fast-moving molecules. But at every temperature there's fast-moving molecules, so evaporation occurs at every temperature. We say that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. If really water's boiling at every temperature, but at 100 degree, water is not allowed to stay as a liquid. So instead of just a few of the molecules boiling off, they all boil off. So temperature is the speed at which molecules move. When we measure temperature, we're actually measuring the energy transfer from a moving object, a kinetic energy transfer, into, say, our hand, which we're using as a temperature sensor. So we're measuring the energy transfer because a fast-moving object has hit our hand, and it heats it up. Another thing about this temperature being the speed at which molecules move is, if you imagine this box having, say, a rubber side. Let's say that this side down here on the right is made of rubber. Then as these fast-moving objects hit it, they press against it. And as things press against it, if it was made by rubber, what would happen is it would tend to swell out as things pressed against it. When something presses against it, they're giving it a pressure. They're creating pressure. Now, the truth is that temperature and pressure are the same thing. They're both caused by the fact that the molecules are moving. They're both measures of how fast that molecule is moving. It's just that we measure them in different ways. So remember, temperature, pressure, same thing. Of course, fridges know that temperature and pressure are the same thing. We use that all the time. To the humidity. I awoke to the world which lay before me. The end.